Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Peoria High School ROTC. And now, Senior Corey Moreno singing the national anthem and signed by members of the ASL Club.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please welcome Sarah Spencer and Alex Pham. You may be seated.
Hi, everybody. I'm here with my friend Alex, and he has something to say to all of you.
Good afternoon. My name is Alex Brown, and I am so happy. I want to say thank you to Kellis High School for a great year. I want to thank you, Mama, and my dad, and my family, and my friends. I want to thank all of my teachers who helped me a lot. I have enjoyed my year at Kellis High School very much. I was best buddy and raised by sport. I have made a lot of friends here. Thank you for listening me talk to you today. Congratulations, class of 2014. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Now please welcome Miss Sandra Pineda.
Good evening, parents, teachers, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Tonight marks a special milestone in our lives and is one that we will all remember. For the past 4 years, we have all worked hard towards one common goal, which was to graduate. These 4 years were filled with laughter, tears, struggles, and fun. But the memories we have made are ones that we can always reflect upon. After tonight, we will each embark on our own separate journeys and go down our own paths to reach our next goals. Whether that path is going to college, enlisting in the military, or choosing to go directly into the workforce. Whatever your goals might be, please remember to stay true to yourself. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain, for there will always be greater and lesser persons than yourself. It's like Dr. Seuss once said, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Through hard work and determination, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. I encourage you all to live in the moment, as time is precious and goes by quickly. As we enter the big world, amongst the many obstacles and challenges we will face, do not forget to strive to be happy. Last but not least, on behalf of the graduating class, I would like to take a moment to say thank you for all the support and encouragement we have received over the years, not only from our family and friends, but our teachers as well. We would not be here tonight without all of you. So I say to you, the class of 2014, congratulations, we made it.
Thank you, Sarah Spencer. And now, please welcome Ms. Sandra Pineda.
Muy buenas tardes, padres de familia, maestros, administración y compañeros. Sean ustedes bienvenidos a nuestra graduación de la generación 2014. Primeramente, les queremos dar las gracias a todos ustedes por estar aquí acompañándonos en este día tan especial. En nuestro primer día de clases, nunca nos imaginamos que nuestra graduación llegaría tan pronto. Es triste pensar que ya no estaremos en esta maravillosa escuela, pero los gratos recuerdos y las experiencias obtenidas durante estos 4 años los llevaremos siempre en nuestros corazones. Nos preguntamos, ¿qué haremos ahora? ¿Cómo seguiremos adelante? Pero así como fuimos capaces de superar los retos que surgieron durante estos 4 años, superaremos los obstáculos que vengan. Hemos trabajado muy duro y aprendido inmensamente gracias al apoyo y la paciencia que nos han brindado nuestros padres y maestros. Nuestros padres han sido la base de nuestro crecimiento. Ustedes nos han visto crecer, nos han visto caer y nos han ayudado a levantarnos para seguir adelante. Nuestro agradecimiento será eterno por siempre estar a nuestro lado. Nuestros padres aún nos ven como sus niños, a pesar de que nos han visto crecer y convertirnos en mujeres y hombres responsables. Una vez más, les damos las gracias por su apoyo y paciencia. A mis padres y a mis hermanos les quisiera dar un agradecimiento especial. Familia, sin ustedes, mis sueños, mis metas, mis logros y triunfos no significarían nada. Los amo. Mis queridos compañeros, hoy es solo el comienzo de un futuro que nos espera ansioso. A todos ustedes les deseo toda la suerte del mundo, mucho éxito y felicidad. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Sandra. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kellis Choir, under the direction of Mr. Nathan Garrison.
pleasant groves. Let us celebrate, let us celebrate, let us celebrate our happy, happy loves. In these delightful pleasant groves, in these delightful pleasant groves. Let us celebrate, let us celebrate, let us celebrate our happy, happy loves. Let's pipe, pipe and dance, let's pipe, pipe and dance, dance and laugh, 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 laugh and sing and laugh and sing. Thus, thus, thus every happy, happy living thing. Revels in the cheerful spring. Revels in the cheerful spring. Let's pipe, pipe and dance. Let's pipe, pipe and dance, dance and laugh, 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 laugh and sing and laugh and sing. Thus, thus, thus every happy, happy living thing. Revels in the cheerful spring. Revels in the cheerful spring.
For our first student address, please welcome Miss Harmon Denoa.
Good evening, proud parents, loved ones, dear faculty, distinguished administration, those of you who were dragged along, and finally, graduates of 2014. When I first wrote this speech, I was extremely caught up in showing the same side of myself that I have for the past 4 years. Most of us have done a pretty good job of sticking to our one image in high school. But just as there are two sides to a coin, there's usually more to a person than what they choose to reveal to the world. So today, I will start by revealing one of my own secrets. I almost didn't graduate. It was because of one credit, and that class was none other than PE. Yes, PE. I tried my best to convince the school that shopping was my way of exercise, but that didn't work. 3 years managed to slide by until I finally had to face reality. It wasn't until my senior year that I finally learned how some of our greatest life lessons will come from outside the classroom. Perhaps the absolute worst memory that comes to mind when thinking of PE is the dreaded mile run. Now, I only run when shoes are on sale, so believe me, I'm not joking. But the 4 exhausting laps around the track can really be compared to our 4 years in high school. You might have started out sprinting, but in the end, you needed that support to push you through. In PE, there will always be that person whose mile time made a joke out of everyone else's. The racetrack of life is no different. Certain individuals are always going to seem to be faster than you or have it better than you. You might fall behind in the race of life. Or worse, you might get too comfortable in the lead. It is important, however, to remember that it's not how quickly you finish, so long as that you do not stop until you do. We shouldn't waste our breath trying to catch up with another person's definition of success, because we have our whole lives ahead of us to continue improving and to continue growing to be better. We have to find our own pace and continue running at that pace before we can truly create happiness. I tell you this because it is not enough to define ourselves by who we have been told to be these past 4 years. Some of the most doubted people in this room just might grow to be the most creative innovators of our era. And some of our brightest students, no matter how high your GPA or grades might be, you might fail. Despite everything you have been told, it's up to you to continue pursuing your passions and finding whatever it is that makes you feel alive. Because whether you are a student, an athlete, an artist, a giver, or a leader in any way, you have something, and that means something. After we leave here today, there will be no shortage of people who try to tell you that your dreams and ambitions are wrong. Just remember that academics are certainly important, but they could never be enough on their own. We need the type of all-around education that shapes every side of who we strive to be. So I will leave you with a quote from a very inspirational person in my life. As spoken in the movie Mean Girls by mathlete Kevin G, don't ever let the haters stop you from doing your thing. Thank you.
And now, please enjoy this musical performance by the Kellis Concert Band under the direction of Mr. Nathan Garrison. And now, our next student address is from Miss Daisy Vargas.
Good evening, esteemed faculty and families of my fellow graduates. When I was in kindergarten, we were given a research project on our favorite dinosaur. I identified with the quiet menace of the T-Rex and spent weeks religiously researching the beast. I remember having my dad help me draw the most spectacular portrait, and I was more than excited to present it to my class. When the day came, I got up in front of my class with my glittery pink sweater and my knees shaking almost as much as they are now. I looked at my teacher, and as soon as I was in front of my classmates, it seemed as if everything that I had ever learned about my dinosaur I had forgotten. I spent countless days after the presentation date watching the VHS of my presentation and seeing the disappointment in my own eyes as I was asked questions about my project, and all I could do was nod my head and stare at the floor. This experience eventually passed, but even now, 12 years later, I still relive that moment as if it had just happened yesterday. I tell you this story because our kindergarten is not as different as high school is for all of us. I could have stood here and told you about all the unforgettable memories that we experienced in high school and how it was the best 4 years of our lives for all of us, but I'd be lying if I said high school was a perfect experience for everybody in this room. For those of you who think high school was the best time of your life, consider yourself extremely lucky. We have all certainly made memories and friendships that we'll cherish for the rest of our lives, but those sweet memories will stick with us just as much as our regrets will. My failure to present my project in kindergarten was only one of the countless failures I've overcome in my life. And this teaches us that we're all going to experience failure, and the emotions that come along with those failures are often going to outweigh the emotions of our successes. We're going to leave here with diplomas in our hands and thoughts of what we could have done better or what we could have changed about our high school careers. I'm warning you all now that you are all going to fail, even more than you did in high school. I'm sure our parents have felt like they failed when we brought home a bad grade or slammed a door in their face, but please know that you are all extraordinary parents for supporting our journey to get this far. It is imperative that when you do fail, you keep in mind that it isn't truly a failure unless you allow it to be. Some of our post-graduation plans may not have worked out how we would have liked, but it's how you bounce back from these disappointments that will define who you are as an individual and propel you forward. If your dreams don't work out the way you'd want them to, go out and find new ones. Through my high school career, I was stuck on the aspiration of perfecting my college application, and that tunnel vision ultimately kept me from enjoying my life as an adolescent. It wasn't until my senior year that I was able to let go and really enjoy my life. Chase your dreams, but don't forget to live. The most essential thing to keep in mind while chasing those dreams is to remember to be happy. We are often too preoccupied with life that we forget to stop and savor the moment that we are in. We have our entire lives ahead of us to do what we want. Don't be afraid to make a couple mistakes here and there. The best of our mistakes will lead us on another pathway to success, and in the end, you will realize that some of the failures you experienced never really were failures at all. As long as you learn from your failure, it is completely acceptable to fail. My Tyrannosaurus Rex project could have dictated how every presentation from there on was going to be, but I refused to let that happen. Had I not grown from my kindergarten presentation disaster, I wouldn't have the courage to be up here speaking to you all today, which can I admit is a lot more difficult than speaking in front of a kindergarten class. In order to show you all how much I've grown from my failure in kindergarten, I'd like to share a couple of things that I wasn't able to share about the T-Rex that I should have shared 12 years ago. The Tyrannosaurus Rex was alive 67 million years ago, or should I say 67 million and 12 years ago. It lived in what is now Western North America and was a bipedal carnivore. Tyrannosaurus Rex means king in Latin, and to this day it is unknown why the T-Rex had such small arms. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the principal of Raymond S. Kellis High School, Mr. Jeff Wooten, with the presentation of the class of 2014.
Thank you. Good evening. This is a very exciting night for me as the principal of Raymond S. Kellis High School. We have the distinct honor of celebrating with you the 7th graduating class and my 3rd one here at Kellis. I'd like to begin by thanking several people who are here this evening joining us. First of all, our superintendent, Dr. Denton Santarelli. We also have on the stage with us governing board members, Mr. Matthew Bullock and Mr. James Kistner. K-12 Administrator, Mr. Bob Kegel. And District Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Ken Hicks. Also on the stage, our assistant principals, Mrs. Monique Molina, Mr. Stanley Patterson, and Mr. Scott Hollabaugh. Please also recognize our guidance staff and teachers assisting with the distribution of diplomas. Would they please stand? Next, I would like to recognize a very important group, the Kellis faculty and staff, for their dedication and commitment to the students at Raymond S. Kellis High School. Will the teachers and staff please stand? Thank you. And finally, to all of the family and friends of our graduates, each student and teacher here knows that the journey to this place requires time, energy, and oftentimes emotional support. The graduates would like to recognize you for providing them with all of these things. So graduates, please join me in recognizing your parents and family. Thank you. Members of the senior class have achieved many honors and awards during their time at Kellis. We would like to take a moment to recognize some of these accomplishments. First, for academic accomplishments, will those members of the National Honor Society please stand? Thank you. Please also recognize Christiana Fadul, International Honor Thespian, and Alicia Douglas, Honor Thespian. Will the members of the 4th AVID graduating class please stand? We also have state and national CTE champions, members of the state champion pom team, state champion cheer team, and state champion boys track and field team. Will all of those students please stand at this time to be recognized? Thank you. Also deserving special recognition are those who are graduating with honors in the top 10% of the class. Please join me in recognizing the top 1% of the class of 2014 for their outstanding academic achievement. Will Harmon Denoa, Christiana Fadul, and Sarah Spencer please stand? Joining them will the top 3% of the class of 2014 please stand. Will the top 5% of the class of 2014 please stand? And will the top 10% of the class of 2014 please stand? The graduating class of 2014 has collectively been awarded over $5.5 million in scholarships and awards. Congratulations. Thank you. And finally, we have one senior who had perfect attendance throughout 4 years of high school. That is impressive, you're right. Will Ellen Wen please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Class of 2014, parents, family, and friends. Tonight's graduation ceremony represents the beginning and continuing of a legacy. You see, this year marks the 10th anniversary, or the 10th year, of Raymond S. Kellis' existence in the Peoria Unified School District. Will the original members of the Kellis staff who are here tonight please stand? Thank you. Our school was named for the former superintendent and educational visionary, Dr. Raymond S. Kellis. Someone recently posed the question to me, who was Raymond S. Kellis? Dr. Raymond S. Kellis began as a teacher and a coach in the district at Peoria High School in 1959. His career in education included positions as teacher, coach, counselor, and administrator. In 1975, he became the assistant superintendent and 3 years later assumed the role of superintendent. He spent 17 years in this role and is one of the most beloved and respected men in the history of the Peoria Unified School District. Though I never met him myself, I've consistently heard stories from my peers that depict the reasons for our school to be named after this incredible man. I believe that attaching his name to our school continues his legacy and places incredible responsibility on the Kellis students, staff, and community to maintain and build upon that legacy. For the last 4 years, the class of 2014 has modeled many of the qualities of this fine man. I've been told that Dr. Kellis was a visionary, dedicated to educational excellence. Students, any casual observer will see the commitment to excellence on a daily basis in the classroom, on standardized tests, and in academic competitions. Teachers pushed you with rigorous curriculum, and you accepted the challenge. You excelled in the arts, often displaying your accomplishments in performances and events both on campus and in the community. Many of you shined in CTE events, incorporating all of the skills gained through your courses of study. This dedication has earned you the opportunity to pursue your dreams for post-secondary success. Dr. Kellis was a man of integrity, filled with compassion for all students, staff, and the community. There has been no shortage of these traits at RSK. Many of you participated in Cougar Town, made R-word pledges, donated blood, helped in community service and environmental events, watched movies with your buddies, washed cars for your classmates, dug pink for the cure, were unified on a variety of activities, and cheered for each other through success and struggles. You helped raise $750 in 10 minutes for cancer research. Yeah, that's worth a round of applause. Integrity and compassion is flourishing in the students of RSK. Finally, I believe Dr. Kellis was a humble man with a passion and pride for the people he served. Passion and pride are evident as you walk through RSK. On numerous occasions, guests visit our campus and they say, "There's just something different about Kellis." I proudly agree. It is passion of teachers capturing kids' hearts. It's athletes displaying sportsmanship and teamwork. It's 1,800 enthusiastic students performing the Cougarlude for a world leader in Special Olympics. The difference makers are wearing caps and gowns today, proudly displaying the blue and gold and eager to receive their diplomas. They are ready to shape tomorrow. We're fortunate enough tonight to have Dr. Kellis' son, Assistant Superintendent in the Dysart Unified School District, Dr. Quinn Kellis, here with us. Please give him a round of applause. Dr. Kellis, I believe that the students at RSK embody your father's legacy, and that the class of 2014 will proudly live that legacy daily as they leave here tonight. I've also been told a story that when his children left the house, Dr. Kellis used to say, "Remember who you are and where you come from." Class of 2014, you are fine young men and women with your whole tomorrow ahead of you. You come from the legacy that is Raymond S. Kellis High School, and I am confident that Cougar pride is in each and every one of you. Now is the time to own it. Congratulations, class of 2014. And now if I could have Governing Board Member Mr. Bullock please join me at the podium. And now it is with honor and pride that I, as the principal of Raymond S. Kellis High School, certify that each of these students has met the requirements for graduation as set forth by the state of Arizona and the Peoria Unified School District. I present this class to Mr. Bullock, member of the Peoria Unified School District Governing Board. Mr. Bullock, I respectfully request that you accept these graduates and that you confer diplomas upon them.
Well, before I get started, if you don't mind, if I could just, hopefully you have just a second, I'd like to take a picture of your awesomeness, because you are awesome right now. I tell you, know what's cool about this little device? Just before I came here, I was sitting out in a parking lot, and I texted my wife. I sent a couple emails, and I even ordered some supplies for my business to get shipped. And you may think, well, that's no big deal. But you know what's funny is that only 12 years ago, when you were all obsessed with Barney and Dora the Explorer, right? Where's my map, right? Backpack, backpack. And my kids watched it too, and I got dragged into it. But it's interesting, only 12 years ago, smartphones didn't exist. Google was still raising money. Facebook didn't exist. All these wonderful technologies that you take for granted now, and I do too, in our everyday life, didn't exist only 12 years ago. And I was sitting there, and it reminded me of a line from my favorite movie, and it goes something like this: life comes down to a few moments, and this is one of them. And why that line is so cool to me is that there are specific defining moments in your life that you hit a fork in the road, and that defining moment determines which way you go, left or right, off to success, or maybe you go backwards. So I'd like to make a challenge to all of you after you have your fun and celebration tonight and you finally wake up about 3 or 4 in the afternoon tomorrow. And I hope I can do the same. I'd like you to get a piece of paper, only one piece of paper, one sheet, one side, and a pen, and I want you to write down all the thoughts and the feelings, the dreams and ambitions that you have, and only take the front page of that piece of paper. And then I want you to be honest, because no one's going to read it, and I want you to fold it up, put the envelope, and stick it somewhere that you can come back, and I know it's hard, but come back in 12 years and open that envelope again and read what your dreams and hopes were and see where you are when you're about 29 to 30 years old. Because remember, life comes down to a few moments, and this is one of them. So, nobody wants to hear any more of my talking because, quite honestly, you have diplomas to go, dinners to go to, and parties to attend. So, Mama didn't raise no fool. I'm not standing up here for 15 minutes talking. So now, on behalf of the governing board of the Peoria Unified School District and by the authority vested in me by the state of Arizona, I accept this recommendation that the Raymond S. Kellis High School class of 2014 has met the requirements for graduation. So, Mr. Principal Wooten, please present the graduates to receive your diplomas.
Jacori Manuel Moreno.
Harmon Denoa.
Sandra Maria Pineda.
Theodore Andrew Saxman.
Baggio Mauricio Ardon.
Christiana Elizabeth Fadul.
Daisy Enriquez Vargas.
Andrew Robert Chun Shea.
Colin Ray Schreiber.
Michelle T. Toe.
Tu An Huang.
Ramon Antonio Nieto Calderón.
Emilio León Cifuentes.
Taylor Nicole Uden.
Elizabeth Bojorquez.
Adam Douglas Muller.
Brian David Caldwell Jr.
Adriana Isabel Mercado.
Cortland Elizabeth Barron.
Daniel Emigdio Munoz.
Isaac Caraballo.
Angelique Achacoso Luang Presert.
Mielma Gashi.
Jonah King Abril.
Jose Manuel Chacón Córdoba.
Michelle Katie Celerio.
Tuan Menkiri.
Colton Michael Spiller.
Kayeth Lee Chapman.
Sydney Nicole Stogner.
Jessica Renee Mendoza.
Dimitri Isaiah Washington.
Jonathan Neil Yunin.
Maybeth Candia Islas.
Amanda Aaron Mesa.
Samuel Jared Upone.
David Ryan Constancio Jr.
Sarah Shay Spencer.
Ellen Hao Weng.
Alex Pham.
Sydney Patrice Perry.
James Thomas Zuckerman.
Jacob Tyler Klein.
Victoria Faith Jackson.
Hannah Renee Sturos.
Cipriano Isaac Aguayo.
John William Collins.
Renee Michelle Kanuri Guroya.
Sarah Jean Meredith.
Jonathan Aguilar Cano.
Agustin Joseph Cortez.
Cindy Jocelyn Nevarez.
Vanessa Cardosa Burgos.
Jason Uchenna Alati.
Nicholas Matthew Story Arce.
Brianna Lynn Sum.
Vicky Ceballos.
Keanu Alston Tuffy.
Robert Armenta Cruz Jr.
Tashinga Clementine Sakala.
Brianne Ashley Check Knox.
Leonardo Alvarado.
Stephen Jack Voss.
Jennifer Micaela Jimenez.
Anairis Enriquez Chacon.
Joseph Anthony Ancona IV.
George Luis Davila Jr.
Amina Al-Obeidi.
Nayeli Chacon.
Santos Miguel Torres.
Zachary Ryan Deere.
Ashley Serena Alvarado.
Melissa Chavira Robles.
Devin Olanda Anderson.
Jesse Andrew Delgado.
Shelby Cobra Ansing.
Adriana Mercedes Chaires.
Anthony Michael Baker.
Gabriel Adam Deshay.
Mariah L. Aliff.
Mark Christopher Contreras Jr.
Adriana Pinu.
Brianna Maria Cintron.
Tyler William Bauer.
Christopher Angelo DeFalco.
Andrea Pinu.
Ariel Jasmine Conrad.
Jamari D. Williams Burkant.
Edwin Ezequiel Dominguez.
Amber Bree Eva Antoni.
Sydney Christine Cooley.
Manuel Christopher Ruiz.
Tran Duong.
Angelique Monique Arisa.
Jessica Brooke Cooper.
Trevor Ashton Bose.
Juan Carlos Elias.
Isabela Terese Atempa.
Celicia Celestine Cordova.
Christopher David Boswell.
Jet Kale Elliott.
Brianna Renee Ayala.
Kay Lynn Covey.
Alexander Charles Bro.
Jeffrey Joe Escobar.
Sierra Nicole Ayala Piquel.
Margarita Ramona Cruz.
Joseph Aaron Bruckhauser.
Juan Echeverri.
Anaya Sydney Ayensu.
Amanda Rose Collada.
Alfonso Burton III.
Isaac Andrew Espinosa.
Leah Marie Barraza.
Nicole Mary Davis.
Zachary Isaac Bynes.
Andrew Vincent Estrada.
Sarah Barbie.
Andrea Viridiana de la Torre.
Cody Joseph Gates.
Justine Nicole Delgado.
Anthony Sean Gallegos.
Matthew David Farmer.
Alicia Mercedes Barón.
Zianja Denny Delgado Legaria.
Aaron Michael Galovich.
Michael Angel Flores.
Tiana Shaylin Bass.
Deanna Nicole Dobbs.
Angel Ernesto Garcia.
Rubén Andrés Flores.
Celeste Vanessa Beltrán.
Alicia Jan Douglas.
Christian Ulises Garcia.
Matthew Ryan Flores.
Ryan Nicole Blitzky. Yes, sweetheart.
Aaliyah Nicole Elwell.
Emilio Jose Garza.
Sergio Franco Serrano.
Mariah Angelique Bomarito.
Melina Mary James Unin.
There you go. Other way.
James Edward Gertis.
Kevin Jr. K.
Allison Marie Borgette.
Lauren D. Fernandez.
Chase Lee Glenn.
Samuel John Curtin.
Alana Shanae Branford.
Kimberly Fernandez.
Michael Angel Rosales.
Brandon Armani Krieger.
Jordan Lene Brown Warner.
Elizabeth Flores.
Victor Josue Gomez Soto.
Kenneth Richard Lambert.
Jessica Leanne Anaya.
Lynette Fabiola Fonseca.
Brandon Jim Boyd.
Devon Pierre Freeman.
Brianna Zoe Brown Lapp.
Joseph Stephen Kennard.
Alfredo Gonzalez Jr.
Madison Lee Fry.
Siana Alicia Bustillos.
Bryce Lane.
Ismael Anthony Gonzalez.
Ira Casimati.
Ana Galaz Najera.
Tommy Fan Lee.
John Michael Green.
Sabrina Ann Kern.
Ciara Brooke Garcia.
Michael Alexander LeBron.
Joseph Xavier Guerrero.
Elizabeth Janet Kissel.
Taylor Marie Godfrey.
Austin Joseph Lee.
Andres Anthony Guillen Jr.
Amber Sky Compy.
Gabrielle Celeste Gomez.
Quentin Marcus Lieber.
Matthew Joseph Haley.
Shiley Nicole Kyle.
Rachel Elizabeth Gradilla.
Isai Leon.
Johnny Lowell Hall, Jr.
Morgan Paige Lempinski.
Faith Nicole Grimes.
Danny Van Vo.
Ryan Austin Harden.
Abriel Nadine Lopez.
Jasmine Rose Hagan.
Chase Clint Lewis.
Brett Patrick Harrington.
Brianna Paola Lopez.
Jalea Hardy.
Alex Mendoza Leyva.
Ramy Joshua Guerrero.
Rebecca Lynn Lopez.
Anthony Roberto Romero.
Pearl Ashley Lovatos.
Anna Eva Heiselman.
Gabriel Lizarraga Jr.
Kevin O. Hernandez.
Ruby Fernanda Lugo Rivera.
Stephanie Hernandez.
Edward Lopez.
Tanner Joseph Hurst.
Amanda Marie Mahoney.
Tabitha Hernandez.
Brian Madera Barrera.
James Michael Hosteen.
Cynthia Leticia Marin.
Miriam Hermes.
Daniel Edward Martinez.
Gage McKenna Howell.
Daisha Christina Marshall.
Jenna Mariah Holbrook.
Austin Wayne McAnally.
John Mabbitt Humphrey.
Analicia May Martinez.
Shelley Lynn Diane Hughes.
Tyler James McMiller.
Brian Hurtado Macias.
Cecilia Rochelle Martinez.
Daisha Jean Wright.
Dakota Ray Mead.
Brian Wynn.
Leslie Suzette Martinez Robles.
Jessica Taylor Jantz.
Modesto Melendres Obregón.
Matthew Todd Romanowski.
Crystal Ayana Mathis.
Allison Devin Arnold.
Joseph Andrew Mendoza.
I King Joshua Jackson.
Gabrielle Nicole McCabe Atencio.
Annabelle Zamora Najera.
Genaro Martinez Mercado.
Jacob Ronald Jackson.
Daniel Mendoza Lopez.
Danielle Kristen Johnston.
Maritza Imelda Medrano.
Cristian Jacobo.
Manuel Raymond Mesa.
Alyssa Ann Youngsma.
Gabriela Nancy Mendoza.
Nicholas J. Jinzo.
Corey Jacob Miller.
Marisa Elise Juarez.
Sierra Christine Mercado.
Angus James Jolly.
Museveni Mataratara Moisi.
Maribel Paola Olvera Navarrete.
Margaret May Mealy.
Cristian Ochoa Gomez.
Benjamin Lewis Montgomery.
Jacqueline Alicia Orellana.
Valentina Mersa.
Kevin Lee Odell.
Roman Jaime Montoya.
Alexandra Marina Paulinelli.
Haley Danielle Moeller.
Elijah Olson.
Kyle Gregory Moody.
Leanna Brooke Pease.
Rebecca Moraine Stitt.
Ivan Daniel Ortega.
Mackenzie James Christopher Murphy.
Victoria Irene Perez.
Alexandra G. Morales.
Andrea Perez.
Kenneth Robert Najarro.
Nicholas Anthony Posey.
Davina Elisa Munoz.
Tan Fan.
Carlos Ernesto Najarro Lopez.
Heather Christine Poff.
Crystal Shea Munson.
Sanaram Ron Pensobath.
Skylar Lynn Naylor.
Jessica Elena Pierce.
Jimmy Wen.
Samuel Josué Pimentel.
Evelyn Anaí Negrete.
Cassandra Natalia Pineda.
Charles Tiberius Nichols.
Stephen Andrew Prado.
Amanda Lee Wen.
Ilana Patricia Polaheptua.
Alexander Michael Nieto.
Tanner James Presley.
Maria Citlali Santana Perez.
Courtney Michelle Popow.
Andres Salazar.
Alan Lee Price.
Ariel Elizabeth Shelton.
Janice Portillo.
Juan Manuel Vega Mejia.
Brian James Rackley.
Destiny Shea Woody.
Alyssa Monique Quintana.
Ruben Anthony Salce III.
Jason Troy Randolph.
Dusty Lynn Smith.
Selena Quintana Corona.
These are all my PSPN introductions.
Tony Alexis Sanchez.
Christopher Inigo Ratliff.
Camilla Alana Solis.
Janae Marie Rademacher.
Daniel Edwin Sanchez Cifuentes.
Jeremiah Boyd Rawls.
Jaden Kaylee Spillman.
Michaela Rose Radford.
Connor Wilson Scott.
Jessica Jean Rawls.
Karina Marie Stannard.
Donovan Alexander Riley.
Alexander Giovanni Cedillo.
Alicia Reina Ramirez.
John William Sheik.
Bruno Rodriguez Perez.
Katrina Sherry Stevens.
Jennifer Eleanor Ramirez.
Austin Michael Shropshire.
Robert Michael Reina.
Caitlin Michelle Wiley.
Ruby Nicole Ramirez.
Kennedy Lord Donovan Sloan.
Denver Dean Ring.
Collarbone?
Jacqueline Tapia Rojas.
Amber Janice Wilson.
Daniel John Smith.
Mario Brian Rivera.
Kylie Michelle Taylor.
Kiara Aramis Renteria.
David Anthony Kranguch III.
Adam B. Rodriguez.
Paulina Taylor Carrillo.
Priscilla Julianne Reyes.
Christian Julio Talavera.
Joseph Rodriguez.
Jamie Tejeda.
Chantel Z.
Samuel Jimmy Tuller II.
Miguel Ángel Rodriguez.
Jamie Marie Turan.
No. Really? Your parents won't get mad? Kennedy Maria Robinson.
James Alexander Urias Jr.
Caitlin Rose Whitaker.
Haley Marie Tharp.
Jessica Marie Rojo.
Brian John Vargas Jr.
Monica Angel Ryan.
Athena Jasmine Torres.
Alina Gabriela Romo.
Brianna Marie Vitela.
Selena Rodriguez.
Onique Shakristian Trailer.
Natalie May Ruskowski.
April Michelle Valenzuela.
Yaselin Rubalcaba.
Samantha Monique Vargas.
Bailey Marie Whalen.
Ariana Artlissa Vasquez.
Devon Alexander Isaiah Nicholas Panton Ayers.
Carla Vega.
Zena Baba.
Sabrina Denise Ward.
Lucia Linda Lopez.
Arlene Villa. Kenzie Brianne White. Jessica Villa. Alyssa Sarah Wilson.
Ashley Nicole Gustasis.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally, our closing address is by Miss Sydney Stogner.
Greetings, friends, family, esteemed teachers, and staff, and another warm welcome to the graduating class of 2014. Growing up, all we heard about high school was that it was the best 4 years of our life. In addition, we grew up around movies and television shows that gave us false hopes for what to expect in high school. Newsflash, no one breaks out into song and dance in the cafeteria unless you count that one time student council did their flash mob for homecoming. Although these people in movies were right about the great experiences high school offers, they were leaving out some important information. The truth is, although high school offers some not so great experiences, it's the place where you find your people and yourself. Throughout high school, you start to become the person you will always be. And along the way, you find the ones who are there for you and the ones who help you find out who you are and the ones who help you get through the tough situations you face. And I promise, once you get into those difficult classes, you'll need these friends to pull all-nighters and finish that essay that Dr. Ross assigned 2 weeks earlier that we all waited to do, or to finish that government project Mr. Hill assigned at the beginning of the semester that we all waited to do till the last week. It is not to say that you will not lose friends along the way, because you do. The people you thought you would be friends with forever become merely passing strangers in the hallway. And that's sad. But the greater part is that you meet and become friends with people that you never expected you could. Throughout high school, you start figuring out who you are. And in this instance, you start to become so caught up in the academic side of school and getting to the real world. And even though this is not a bad perspective to have on life, you need that balance. I was lucky enough to find the balance between school and social life. High school is safe, and it should be enjoyed in its entirety. It provides countless memories to reflect on in the future, like all those Friday nights spent under the lights at football games, or all those late nights spent at dance shows and theater productions. Entire weekends are spent in the stands at spirit line competitions, and even the night most girls won't forget for the rest of their lives because we've been dreaming of it since we were younger, prom night. Finding yourself is the biggest goal in high school, and finding the balance to pass your classes and enjoy high school offers this success. I was lucky enough to establish great relationships over the years with faculty who have impacted my life in unimaginable ways. They, along with my family, are the reason I'm heading to NAU with the full ride next year, and they also shaped me into the person standing here before you today. So to you guys, I'm forever in debt. My generation has been doubted, but I have no doubts with my class. I mean, come on, look at us. I know that we will go far and that we will all accomplish big things. We, the class of 2014, are going places. So thank you, teachers and staff, for preparing me for my future and for all of your guidance. Thank you to my family and friends for all of your support over the years. It means the world. This diploma, it does not define us, so go out into the world and define yourself. I wish you guys the best of luck in your future. Now, will the class of 2014 please stand? You may now move your tassels. I ask you one last time. Cougar Pride, is it in you? Woo! Own it, class of 2014. Congratulations.